What's up, fish sticks? This is Jared, aka Rika Kazak Bartlett, bringing you another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. So, I thought this video was kind of cool to bring, just because you can see I had Prestige on level 1. Usually I don't start the videos this early, but I don't know, just to show that I was level 1. So, didn't have Create a Class unlocked, had to use one of those default classes, and by far my favorite default class has gotta be the G36. It's a beast gun. I love it. I'm in love with it. Every time I prestige, it's like the gun I use for the first few levels. But I end up getting a pretty good score. Well, really good score in my opinion. I go 35 kills and only 1 death with a default class. So I think that's pretty sweet. And I do apologize because I'm using the Nooblet tube. But, you know, it's a default class. I can't really not use it. And so, yeah. Whatever, you can't hate on me too much. Another thing is, it took me till this prestige, which is the green one. I think it's the third one, isn't it? But anyways, it took me that long to realize that the second one was actually the overkill, so you get the second primary. So I do use that, the little PP, little dildo gun, as XCal likes to call it, a few times. So that's pretty cool. And I do play the objectives. I love this map. I love Resistance. I don't know what about it is, but I pretty much just say, you know, fuck the B flag. I don't even go for the B flag. I just pretty much go AC, 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 back and forth, and go, go, go. And so, oh yeah, in the G36, you have to have the red dot sight. I fucking hate the G36 without the red dot. It's annoying. The reticle thing just looks ugly. It kicks like a beast. I just think a lot of guns like the Scar or the ACR, you know, you can use the red dot sight. You don't have to use it, but the G36, I won't use it unless I have red dot or holograph or some different sight. I fucking hate the iron sights. So one other thing I wanted to address. Last video I asked for some like feedback, input, you know, try to help make the videos better, that sort of thing, and got a lot of helpful feedback, a lot of helpful input. And one of the big things was, I guess it wasn't that I was being phony, but I wasn't being myself. And that was true. That was a very accurate comment. I wasn't being myself. It's not that I was trying to be like a fake person, like, oh, I'm so popular. Like when somebody says fake, I think like a fake person. I think of like Beverly Hills, like Real Housewives of Orange County, or one of those shit shows that my wife always makes me watch. But that's how I was kind of being. It was for two reasons, and one reason I think was a good reason. The second reason I think was a bullshit reason. One reason that was a good reason is, well, let's start with the bullshit reason. The bullshit reason was, let's start with the good reason. I'm just gonna change my mind. I'm an indecisive. Oh, and there I used the nooblet tube. I'm so sorry to whoever I killed with the noob tube. I apologize, but yeah, take that, jerk offs. I wish they just got rid of noob tubes. Just not have them in the game. Just no noob tubes. Or if you use them, you only get one noob tube. You don't get two. And it also replaces your grenade spot. Because if you have one noob tube and it replaces your grenade spot or your tactical or whatever, the lethal grenade thingy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I think that's fair. But you get two, plus you can have your grenade, plus like in previous Call of Duty you have fucking scavenger which would replenish. That was annoying. So yeah, you know, let's talk about the good reason why I censored myself or I was phony. That simply was because I was posting on the Tiffinator's channel. You know, I was posting on Tiffany's channel because she's a friend of mine, and I'm aware that some of her subscribers are younger. Sorry, my back itch there, I had to scratch it. But I'm aware that some of her subscribers are younger, and so like profanity, that sort of thing, she might get in trouble for having on her channel, might get flagged on YouTube, any sort of that bullshit. But so I was like censoring myself, and it made my videos kind of awkward and stale and robotic. The second reason, which was I shouldn't have been doing it for this reason, but the second reason why I was censoring myself, not being true to myself, is because people judge. You know, I'm the very stereotypical white nerdy kid that is married to a good-looking Asian girl, and you know, I was the chess club president in high school. I played soccer. I didn't play football. Well, I played football in like junior high and first year of high school, but you know, I wasn't like varsity. I was varsity soccer, not varsity football. That, you know, that sort of thing. So growing up, Yeah, maybe if I'll give you a little bit of my backstory. So, first started out my life, I grew up in a super small town called Palouse, Washington, and we're talking small, small. Like my whole class, my whole grade, there was only 14 kids, and there was only one school, so there was only 14 kids that were my age, and that was very common. Super small town. Well, when I was living there, I was like the super cool kid because I was athletic. I was just popular. I had lots of friends. Everybody liked me. The teachers liked me. Had lots of cousins that went to school there. Family members. My parents grew up and went to school there, so they knew the teachers and stuff. And I was just popular. And then I went to uh, got my parents moved, and we went to a different state. Went to Idaho, and I went to a school called West Park in Moscow, Idaho. It's like where the University of Idaho is, Pullman, Washington. Think like if you're, shit, living in Florida or something. Think like Spokane, Washington, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Eastern Washington. If you don't know where Washington is, whatever. But the point is, so I went to this town, and it had like 22,000 people when I was growing up. So there was 6 or 7 grade schools, and each grade school had 2 classes of 25 kids. So I mean, there's a fair amount of kids. I think by high school, my graduating class had like 240 kids. So, it's way bigger when you're used to 14 kids. So, went to that, got along with everybody. Again, I was like a cool kid, a popular kid. I loved to do sports, video games, all that sort of fun stuff. Well, then junior high came along. So, 7th, 8th, 9th grade for my school system. I know some of you guys have middle schools where it's like 6th, 7th, 8th. Ours was junior high, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Well, in 7th grade, all 7th graders, so you got like 6, 7 schools pouring into one school. The thing was, my school was considered the uncool school. The reason for that was I never lived in Moscow, Idaho. I lived like 15 miles away in the town I grew up in, Viola. So small, we didn't even have a school. There wasn't even a gas station in the town. There's only 80 people that live there. I mean, it's this small hick farm town type area. I mean, shit, I grew up in a log cabin. Like, not a fake log cabin. Think Abraham Lincoln log cabin. I slept 10 feet from horses style log cabin. So anyway, when they bused me to school, I went to West Park. Well, all the exchange students went to West Park. All of the kids whose parents were going to college went to West Park, which meant that they'd only stick around for a year or two, whereas I went all the way from 2nd grade through 6th grade, so I got to really know people, where the other kids were the new kids and stuff. Well, anyway, my school wasn't the cool school. I mean, nobody from my school was a cool kid. It was there was another school called McDonald's. That was like where the cool kids came from. And so junior high sucked. I fucking hated junior high. I got picked on. I'm also a small guy. I'm only 5'8". 5'8", 177 pounds. So, I'm not a skinny guy by any means. And, I'm kind of built stocky, very broad shoulders, that sort of thing. But the point when I was saying I was a very late bloomer. I mean, Christ, I don't even think I fucking hit puberty till like 14. So, most kids are hitting it at like 12, 13. I'm not hitting it till 14. Yeah, I definitely hit it. I think 14 was when I hit it. So I was a late bloomer. I was short compared to everybody else, and that led to people picking on me. Also, I was nerdy. I got straight A's all through grade school. And in the grade school that I went to, if you got straight A's, because most of the kids' parents were also going to college, that's why they went to that school, because it's located so close to the college, that it was like a cool thing. But when I was in junior high, getting straight A's meant you were a nerd, which was a bad thing, which was really weird to me and everybody that went to West Park. And so, I got bullied, pushed around, got in fights. It fucking sucked. And it all boiled down to, in 7th, 8th, 9th grade, so many people judged me. Like, everything I did, they would, like, talk behind your back. The girls would chirp. They would, if I wasn't wearing... I didn't grow up rich. My parents gave me everything I need. I mean, I never went hungry. I always had clothes. They were very supportive. They came to all of my sports games. I could not have asked for better parents. Absolutely awesome parents. The problem was, everybody fucking judged everything from like the shoes you wore to all that. And so what I'm saying is the reason why I wasn't myself in the previous video is just because I was scared to be judged, to actually open up and just say, hey, you know, this is me. I sometimes swear. I'm sometimes, you know, indecisive like you just saw earlier. Or, you know, sometimes I make mistakes in Call of Duty and I put up bad games and crap like that. So that's kind of why it's kind of phony. It wasn't me trying to be phony. It was just hopefully, you know, kind of hearing my background now, you kind of understand why I wasn't who I truly am. But anyways, on the assault drone, I love the assault drone. I don't know what it is about it. It's like driving around a mini little tank just shooting shit. I love this kill streak. I never really use it except for like the early parts, but I love it. One thing I don't get is why do you have to call in the care package for the assault drone? I mean, you can pull a SAM turret out of your ass. Why can't you pull an assault drone out of your ass? I think that would make it better. Because I certainly don't think it's overpowered or anything like that. But anyways, bringing us to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed my little story. And for all you guys, maybe if you wanted to get a lesson out of it, F the haters, be yourself, don't give a shit. And if people don't like this video, well, screw you, don't watch it. I know that kind of makes me sound bad, but also for everybody worried, like, I don't know, I'm going to blow up Tiffany's channel or something like that. I told her I was going to be more myself. She knows me. I mean, hell, we're best friends. So she knew I'd cuss, so this was all cool with her. Hopefully it's cool with you guys. But anyways, get 35 kills, only 1 death, and I'm using a default, you know, I'm not using Assassin Pro. I'm not using any of the good kills.